Yeah, there's one more thing I forgot to mention that I was supposed to say in my last video, but I also miss my sister, y'all. Um, so my sister is 6. She'll be 7 in December. We're 10 years apart. Um, we have the same father, except she has Cuban in her. That's like the only difference, because her mother is Cuban and white, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a very sad story with her and I. To be honest with you, I've I've seen her not that many times, like in person. I mean, like when she was first born, I remember her mom brought her to see me and introduced me to her, and I went back down there to stay with them for the summer. And but she was a baby, you know. And then the next time I had seen her was I went down there when I went with my grandma. Well, when I stayed with her, I hung out with my sister for a few days, and then after that experience, we talked to each other on Facebook through her mama Facebook, and of course she knows me. She remembers me, and she know I'm her sister. But we don't want to get into that because she thinks everyone's her sister. Unfortunately, I mean, basically, you could say she have 2 sisters, but she thinks she has like 3 or maybe 4 and a brother. No, you have one blood sister, and that's me. Your other sister is adopted, and those other people you call your sisters, they're really just your mother's girlfriend, nieces. But yeah, and your mother's girlfriend is just your mother's girlfriend or your mother's wife. That's not really your father. Um, it just pisses me off because it's like you understand both sides of the story. You understand, some of your father's side of the story, and then you understand some of her mother's side of the story. But when you sit back and look at the truth from observing, you really find out what really happened. And what really happened is, if I recall, when I first met Star, she was already her mom already was living with the wife. Okay, so when Star was just a few months old, yeah, you were already staying with this bitch. You were already living with her, eating her pussy, etc., etc. So basically, if Star's a baby and you living with the girlfriend, when I went down there, the mother and my father was not getting along. And if I recall, you did not want my father to see me or to see your daughter. Oh, yeah, I was 10, but I still remember that. Yeah, you didn't want my father to be around us. You made it seem like he was a predator. And I know my mom might have told you not to let my father near me, but also didn't want him by your daughter. And then years later, you claim that my father or our father didn't want to be a part of her life. When really, that's not what I remember. Because I remember my father taking all of us to Chuck E. Cheese. I remember my father trying to come over and see his children, and you didn't let him. You kicked him out the house. So don't give me that bullshit that my father never been there and he never tried to check up on her. Don't give me that bullshit, because and then the more that I think about it, you actually used my father to have a baby, because let's not remember, no, let's remember here that 2 females cannot make a baby together because one don't produce babies. So you might got that 8-inch in the closet, but you don't have it grown between your legs or in testicles. And soon your daughter will realize that and realize that y'all just a bunch of liars. And on my father part, okay, we have a drug dealer here. You know, he can't forcefully take her. And he was staying with his mother at the time. So, and let's not forget, he was living in the hood where there's drugs and all kind of violence at. So, her staying with him is out of the picture. And I'm pretty sure you knew that when you decided to lay up with him, that he would not be able to, you know, just have his own place and drug free. And oh yeah, if I also remember, you did the same thing my father did, and so did your girlfriend. Y'all all sell drugs. Yeah, I remember the little weed kit thing you had in your bedroom. You told me not to tell no one about. Yeah, I remember that. So she does the same thing my father does, and she's better. She's better for some reason, but whatever. I'm not gonna go there. But you cannot say that my father never tried to be a part of her life. And because I know you didn't really want you never wanted my father. I don't know, maybe you put up a front for him, pretending like you loved him, got pregnant, because for what it seems like as soon as you had the baby, you just tried to kick him out of the picture. And you were living with the girl and said that was your roommate. No, that was your girlfriend, that you took her virginity. Yeah, you told me about that too. And one day my sister will see this video. She will see all the letters of my father and her father writing us, telling us what really happened. And she would know that he'd been trying to talk to her forever. Just like when I asked you, could me and Star go see him, you told me no, that she would never be able to see him again, that he would never be a part of her life, and that you would have our father rights taken away, have his name off her birth certificate. Yeah, you said all that. So when my sister asks you, where's my father? He don't love me, any of that, tell him the truth. Tell her the truth about what you said about him and all this shit. Where's the proof? There's no proof. You can't prove all that shit you told me. I'm not gonna talk about it, but I know the truth. I'm 17. I mean, you can't fool me. You might have fooled me when I was 10, but not no more. Not, or maybe even 14, but not anymore. The truth is out.